Hi everybody, my name is Condine Johnson, and today I will be presenting my Eli capstone project, which is Pea Sticks as a Tool for Environmental Change. Here are some of the topics that will be covered today: the power of flow, my mountaintop and SMART goal, the journey, the activities and milestones that were taken, the challenges and lessons learned, inner and outer change and why this topic is important, as well as looking ahead, the future. Growing up, I felt the most alive when I was in the outdoors, whether it was surfing or sailing, just being in the elements. It connected me, it grounded me, and it provided calmness and peace. 1 year ago, I met Shine, the founder of World Peace Tribe, and he introduced me to the game of Pea Sticks. Pea Sticks is a game where you simultaneously throw sticks back and forth and create this collaborative flow with a partner. I instantly felt the same feelings that I did when I was outdoors, and I recognized that not everybody has access to sailing or surfing, but everybody could have access to Pea Sticks. So I knew that I wanted to share this feeling. As I learned more about flow state, I recognized how important it could be for mental health, and a research that was conducted by the American College Health Association found that 80% of students report medium to severe psychological distress at some point in their college career. And then a study according to Yale said that 1 in 10 Americans felt anxious and nervous about climate change. This, with the fact that climate change exists according to many sources like the Mauna Kea CO2 emissions, is substantial, as addressing climate change and mental health are more and more tied together. So for my project, I thought, what if mental health and environmental health aren't separate issues, and that addressing climate change and mental health as a larger community in this movement practice could be my Eli project. My mountaintop goal was to create a cultural movement that emphasized collaboration, community, and reciprocity for the earth, and where Pea Sticks was a global game. My SMART goal was during winter and spring quarter to host 5 Pea Stick events where environmental topics were covered, whether it was tree planting or ocean conservation topics. These were incentivized to bring together the game with environmental action or awareness. To measure my impact, I wanted to plant at least 20 trees during the tree planting workshop, as well as take some feedback through questionnaires to see if people were really feeling and noticing mental health changes. The journey. Here are some of the moments that stood out to me during my Eli project experience. The first was a teacher training course. I went up to Ojai for a day-long teacher facilitation course to learn how to actually teach the game to anyone from a child to a grown-up. Intro to Pea Sticks. This was my first workshop, and it was just exciting to teach this game to students at UCSB Chemistry Lawn. The third was tree planting. We collaborated with Your Children's Trees to go out to the Butterfly Grove to plant native trees. Fourth was the Peru trip. This wasn't planned. I will get more into this in the next slides. The plunge in Pea Sticks, we collaborated with a former Eli student, which also inspired me to join Eli. So this was really special, and we covered topics of ocean conservation, as well as did the actual plunge after playing Pea Sticks together. The sixth one was Earth Day festivals, tabled both in Santa Barbara and at the Ivy Earth Day Festival, both in the play area, just talking more about Eli and my project and getting the word out. The concerts for the coast, this was a fundraiser for Sea League this year and included a lot of music and tabling, and I also participated at this again. And a moment that stood out to me was I went to go take a break to go get some food, and I left out the sticks at my table, and when I came back there was about 8 or 10 students all playing Pea Sticks without me being there, which made me really happy. The last one was the final celebration. This happened last week, and it was kind of a full circle moment. Came back to the chemistry lawn and got to see a lot of my friends and students come out and play, make music, and enjoy local and organic food. The 2 moments I wanted to highlight in my journey was the second Pea Stick workshop that we hosted in February with the collaboration of Your Children's Trees. This was done at Butterfly Monarch Grove, and we planted around 60 native trees. This was by far the most direct environmental change seen in the workshops, as an estimate says that over 40-year lifespan, 60 trees will sequester 52 metric tons of CO2. We then rewarded ourselves with playing Pea Sticks, around all 30 of us, which was exciting And according to some of the post questionnaire, we found that stress reduction, which was gauged at 5 being moderate difference, reported that the average was 6.6 out of 10. Many entered feeling stressed, tired, or even curious, and after they expressed more groundedness and peacefulness. As far as environmental connection measured, I asked a question where 5 was a moderate difference in feeling more connected to nature, and the average was 7.3, which just shows that P-Sticks can be a way to promote environmental mindfulness, especially when it's collaborated with projects of tree planting. The second part of the journey that I wanted to highlight was unexpected. My mentor Shine, part of World Peace Tribe, invited me to go to Peru, to the center of Unikawa, where they have been working with to promote indigenous art, medicine, and knowledge. This is part of their World Peace Tribe, a nonprofit organization mission, and it was really fun having hands-on experience planting trees thanks to donors, making more P-Sticks with the Shipibo people, as well as going to the town center to host P-Sticks facilitation for the locals and make food and to participate in that culture. It reminded me that this game is not just for local, but for a global mission. Some of the challenges and lessons I learned through this project were, first of all, I did it solo, which really taught me how to stretch my skills and capacity from networking to asking for collaboration to promoting through video and social media. When I didn't get the IRCA grant, I was first down, as many of my Eli peers did get it, but I relied on the intrinsic motivation that the game was the reward and incentive to get people out to play. The third challenge was consistency in promotion and in participation. So I really had to develop the narrative that when I make videos and posts that I'm enjoying doing it and I'm doing it for the right reasons, rather than looking at it as taking away energy from me. It was giving energy to me. This project matters because it addresses environmental change through the mind, allowing people to enter flow state collaboratively as a community, and not from a state of fear and anxiety, but from the state of peace. We take environmental action and discuss environmental topics. Looking ahead, we'll be sticking around, so join P-Sticks UCSB by following our Instagram page, P-Sticks UCSB. Continue to follow our progress in growing community mindfulness and environmental action. This isn't just my Eli project, but I believe it's the beginning of a movement. So let's play, let's care, let's change how we connect with each other and how we connect with the earth. Thank you to my Eli peers and my friends for all the support. Thank you to my mentor. Thank you to Professor Zillette and Professor Pulver. And thank you for the ES program for making this vision come true.